Hello, welcome to the Bad Squiddo channel. I figured it was about time I did a non-live video, as the live videos tend to get a bit sort of rambly and grumbly, which I'm already doing, but I can cut it out on these, so it's not quite as bad. Basically, I figured it was about time to do a catch-up video, just sort of minimally rambling, on about what's been happening in Bad Squiddo and what we've got coming up. So I guess the first thing to mention is the Amazon and Dwarf Kickstarter, which went so cool. Thank you everyone who backed that. A Kickstarter is always a mega stressful occasion, although it's fun and stressful at the same time. Also, it is really hot. I think the steam in my glasses was a little bit of a heat wave, but that is not the point. Basically, the Kickstarter went ace, we smashed all the targets, but also, post-Kickstarter, the sculptor Shane has worked on a few more Amazons, so it's not financially viable to put them in as free add-ons to some of the pledge levels. But instead of waiting till post-Kickstarter to release them, we're going to add them in the Pledge Manager as optional extras. And they'll be at a discounted price, just to give you a little something. Like the Kickstarter, everything else on the Kickstarter basically, they will all be available at retail afterwards. So if you're not a fan of Kickstarter, even though the Pledge Manager is entirely on my website, so it's no different to doing a pre-order, you can always wait till retail if that makes you happier. That's absolutely fine as well. All of these new miniatures have made their way to the caster today, so that's very exciting. So the new ones, plus the last few stretch goals that were made during the campaign, they've been waiting for the last load have been waiting for the new load to arrive so they can all share a master mould together. And then obviously they'll come back for quality checking. I'll go, yep, these are awesome, and then they'll go back out ready for production casting. I get them back, go, yep, these are awesome, and then I'll add up how many I need of everything for the entire Kickstarters, not just these new ones, and then the poor casters will get spinning and 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 spinning. But where's the Pledge Manager, Annie, you say? Didn't you say you were going to have it done this week? Yeah, sorry. As a one-person business, I just haven't had the chance. There's been so many other things to get together that I haven't. But I have taken all the photographs because I have all the dwarfs are now painted by John Morris, and I've been posting them. I might have posted them in Update, but if not, they are posted all over social media. They are lovely. So I've been taking the photographs of those, but making sure for the Pledge Manager, but also making sure they're good photographs because they're the ones I'll use for the packaging when that comes out. So that task's been done. Now I'm in the editing the pictures. Once I get properly into it, it'll take me a few days. So the goal is to totally have it out next week. But the bonus of not casting all this myself, which some people do, which is madness, it means that even though I've been a bit late getting the Pledge Manager together, it's not actually delaying the fulfillment or anything, which is so cool. So the miniatures that you saw on the campaign, the ones that had been mastercast and painted, basically after the Kickstarter, I approved them all and then sent my approval back to the casters, and they've been making a production mould, and I believe the production moulds are, if not finished, for that chunk, not the extra last bits, but I think that chunk is ready, and that's amazing. So pretty soon, probably next week to be fair, I will approve those, and then I'll have to get my butt in gear. My butt, I'm not American. I have to get my arse in gear and get that Pledge Manager so I can give some exact numbers to the casters. But what I do before that is I'll just give them a rough figure just based on the pledges, so at least they can get started. So they cast, quality check and bag them for me into sets. So that means that can even start before I've got all the Pledge Managers in. Then when I get a massive chunk, because you always get people who just take a bit longer with the Pledge Manager, been on holiday, it's very nice. But when I've got a chunk of them, well, a chunk of you, I know how many roughly, so that helps them again, and then I'll get some spares for latecomers, and to start packaging up for when they go to retail. It's always good to get a little bit ahead, so I can't really over-order, which is also handy. So I've said it before, but yes, the Kickstarter was amazing, and it's awesome. But I've also, other news other than just it's awesome. The metals have been shipped to various painters. The metals that will be ready for next week, the lot that's just gone into the master mould, they have had painters assigned, so the painters are all quite happy to split the work out, so there isn't just one person getting a million of them. But I believe that it's all John Morris and Paul Cubbin who will be painting them, which is pretty exciting because they're both awesome and I love their work. The secret is that every time I do a little cut, I'm just putting my glasses up because the sweat's pouring them down. What else is going into the master mould with the late coming Kickstarter miniatures, Annie? Well, I'm glad you asked. Actually, we have some World War II figures, which I've already leaked onto Instagram and Twitter, not Facebook because it's currently being weird with pictures, but by the time I'm publishing, it'll probably be on Facebook. I've got 3 ladies and a viewfinder. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called, but it's basically the big binocular on stilts thing I've had done for a while. Now has crew, which is amazing. They will be in, so they'll be released fairly quickly. Well, quickly, but probably looking at the date, August. There are also some samurai in there. What else? Well, yeah, obviously you still haven't seen all of the new Amazons, which are amazing. And my glasses are going down my nose! Yes, Samurai, new Amazons, World War II, Homefront ladies. That's in the next sort of batch. I've had quite a lot of shuffle around this year, getting things repackaged, remoulded. So Clara from the My Last Sunrise Kickstarter, she's in the shop, and she's been in the shop with all the rest of them since the Kickstarter was fulfilled. She will no longer be available by herself. I feel that warranted a little spin. She's going to be packaged with her friend Willow, who's also a witch. Yay, there'll be a pack of witches. Willow and Clara have just been painted up by Jez Allam, who is a new painter to us. Hello and welcome to the team, Jez. He's done a lovely job, and yes, Willow and Clara are currently available by themselves, but in about 2 weeks they're going to be putting a mould together, and they will only be available as a pair. So if you have one and only need the other, or you really have a hankering for one of them but not the other, go buy now, before you have to buy another one, which would be terrible. Regarding trade shows, I should have looked this up before I filmed it. I'm pretty sure our next one is The Other Partisan, followed by Colours. Hopefully I've not left anyone out. So as usual, if you go into those, I'll put all the pre-order information up. We've also got Sarissa Precision, who are very nice chaps. They've been carrying a selection of Bad Squiddo stock around some of the shows that they do and we don't. So if you follow the Sarissa calendar, I don't think they're taking them to every show, but pretty much everyone. So if in doubt, message them and ask them, and if there's anything specific that they're not carrying, I can get that to them for you, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to try and put my latest releases on them and get them to do shows, and then I don't have to do as many shows and I can sleep. Yes. I mean, you know, it's better to spread the brand. It's all about spreading the brand. Look at me, I'm doing a video. So whatever news, whatever has been happening, North Star are now distributing our stuff, which is also, this is why I'm excited. This is all a thing of good news, all a video update of amazing stuff. North Star, who are my favourite I can't say that, my favourite distributor. I've wanted them to carry Bad Squiddo for a long time, basically, but it had to be when the time was right, and the time is, I can't see me banging my fist on the table, the time is right. So yes, that's amazing. So if you're watching this and you're a retailer, especially if you already have an account with North Star, it's as easy as adding it to the list that you've got. If you do not currently have an account with North Star and you want to stock my things, then pop them a message. And it's all in their hands, it's nothing to do with me. But if they all have you, that's amazing, and then they can give you my stuff, which is really cool. And if your local shop, if you're a customer or fan or supporter, and you want to see Bad Squiddo in your local shop, just let them know that that's how they can get it, which is awesome. And it's amazing to see my stuff in shops that I have nothing to do with, because that's, a lot of people aren't quite clear with the difference between retail and distribution. So when I sell to retail, it's me selling direct to shops. When I sell to distribution, I sell to someone who then sells to shops. So that's what North Star do. And I don't think a lot of people quite know that, because they know them as, you know, the Frostgrave guys and all this, which they are. So they have their own wing of stuff, but they're also massive distributors. So it's up to them. They basically get to choose which shops my stuff ends up in, which is it's just incredible to see it already popping up all around the world. It's so cool. So what North Star are going to be doing is growing the range of what they stock, because if they take it all at once, there's loads of things. So again, if there's anything you really want North Star to take, just keep hammering at them, because that'll help them decide what to take next, basically. Because of this, we've had to ramp up the casting. So a special thanks to Louis and the team at CMA Castings that we use, because they have had to cast so much. In response to my phone calls of, Nick needs loads of things and we don't have, can we cast them please so we can put them in shops? So they've been incredible, and my mum Lil has been doing pretty much all of the blister packing. So between them, they're just well, blah. And I'm not cutting that. So thank you, Louis, CMA, and my mother for doing blah. I got new pigs. Guinea pigs. I now have 6. I took a week off just after the Kickstarter to go to my favourite rescue, Gleneath guinea pig rescue in Gleneath. And I picked up 3 more pigs, but I had to stay there a week. So you do the thing called, like, it's basically guinea pig dating, and you just make sure that all the personalities get along, because when they don't get along, they are vicious little mites. So I had to check. Karen, my guinea pig, was very grumpy for a bit, but she now accepted, and they were lovely. I won't go on to this for ages, because I know some of you are like, oh, let's stop watching, she's talking about guinea pigs. So my pigs are Gregor, Moogle and Karen, and I now have, we're living all together in harmony, Carol, Sponge and Nina. Nina looks loads like Little Egg, so you can imagine she's getting so much love. So what else is coming up? So we've got fulfillment of the Kickstarter. That's always a massive deal. Hopefully, without putting my casters under loads of pressure, hopefully that's going to be a couple months, really. I think I put October on the thing. On the Kickstarter. I say thing far too much. But hopefully it will be sooner. The only delays will be if loads of people have ordered resin, because obviously that can't be cast as fast as metal, but I'm pretty sure the chunk of them are going to be gone in no time at all, and I'm not going to look back at this video and cringe. So there's the Kickstarter to come. That always takes up a fair amount of time, especially as I've got really nice packaging for it, just like the On the Big Eye shirt. If you back that, you'll love this. If you haven't backed this, I'm going to do late pledges, and I don't sort of hammer it around a lot, which I should, and everyone tells me off that I should, but I always, I guess I'm not going to say it because then you'll believe it, but there's reasons why I don't. It's the sort of exclusivity of Kickstarter. I think if you do the whole campaign, and then some companies sort of for a few months go, late pledge sort of takes the magic out of the whole Kickstarter process. But I know there's a chunk of you that were either away, and because I don't do them for very long as well, you might have been away at the time, or you didn't have the cash at the time. So I'm going to just sort of post around my social media, but not ram it down everyone's throats. But you will be able to get on the pledge manager as a late backer. Just keep an eye out for the information that's coming. If you're desperate, send me an email and I'll put you on a list. I've got a list of people to email once I get that out. But again, it'll be at least a week, depending what else randomly comes up and makes me need to do something else and not the pledge manager, because I build it all myself. That's awesome, because it's all on my Wicked website, which is really cool. But yeah, also because there's those extra figures, some people might just want those figures and think, if they were in on a pledge, you can jump in as well. So yeah, ramble. So obviously got trade show season coming. I can't make Sarissa do all of them, and I do like going and I like seeing people. It's just nice to not do as many as I used to, because they're a lot of work. They can get very knackering. But yeah, what is it now? July? Is it July? say I won't list them because my brain's not working, but it's at least colours, other parts and colours, and then it's the usual sort of cluster of September, October, November, ending in Warfare. Technically going to Crisis, I just need to sort my arrangements for it. And all the usual shows you find me at the end of the year. They all sort of come sort of almost a week after each other, so I've had quite a nice time off. Time off trade shows for a little bit. But yeah, keep an eye out for those, because I'll be out and about at those shows. I am so overheated. I don't know if it shows on the video, but I feel, when I'm really hot, I feel like the guy in X-Men, is he like an MP or senator or something, and they try and make him into an X-Men and inject something in him, and then he sort of just pulls away. He's like Liquid Man, and then he just turns into liquid. That's how lovely I feel right now. I've got the light and the heat, and because I've got the door closed as well, and 3 big lights just here, and they're all turning me into human goo. We've got the next few months covered basically with these updates. There's going to be Kickstarter and trade shows. Also lots of behind the scenes things that you're not seeing, but it's so much work. So the stock, our turnover is going up, our stock turnover is going up. So it's almost like keeping track of all the stock, making sure I'm getting regular metal orders in to really build up retail. That's sort of the goal. But it is the goal. One of our many goals of this year is just to get Bad Squiddo out there, not everywhere, just in the cool places. That's about it for now. I'm sure there's loads of things I have totally forgotten, but the video's probably pretty long by now, and I'd rather you not see me turn into a pile of human goo, although that might get lots more views. I wish I had the effects skills. Well, I probably do. The effects time to make myself turn into the goo to end the video. That would be a cool way to end it. Or if I were to find goo and pour the goo... No. Psst. Have you seen my flowers? Look at that. I've got all the flowers that are available to the war games industry. They're all mine. I've got you now. The truth is, I joined the industry and I asked for the supply of flowers, and there wasn't even a flower supply, and then I had to make them. What's that about? What sort of industry doesn't have a flower reserve? Well, I hope you have enjoyed however many minutes I try and edit this down to of me rambling at the camera with nothing exciting. There is a logo, and I put the rug there, so it's not just a cream floor. So, oh gosh, that was a bit terrifying. I was gonna cut it and decided not to. I'm still going. And I get right up here. Hello. I know videos that have someone rambling along can be really boring, and I've already said that I don't have the time to whack in all this cool stuff. I could, but then I wouldn't be doing other important things to bring more goodness to you and all that stuff. So apologies if it has ended up being slightly out of sync. Hopefully I've cut it enough times for it to be okay. And I will catch you soon. As always, keep an eye out. I'm slowly going and becoming queen of all the social medias. Twitter is my favourite, so it's Twitter at Bad Squiddo Games. Instagram I have succumbed to, and I am totally one with it, as you can imagine. Hashtag! Facebook is huge. There's Facebook, which just put Bad Squiddo Games into the search, and there's a group called Baggy's Cave, which is really fun, and we can always do with fresh people there to stop it becoming a cult. Check them out. Obviously YouTube, which I'm on. I'm sure there's something else that I'm on. But that's all. Have a great weekend, great rest of the week, great life, however long it is till I see you. And yeah, follow all that stuff, follow the news, subscribe to the newsletter, and I'm going to do it because this is in the vein of this video. If you like it, like and subscribe to the channel. I think the buttons are there. How cool am I? I'm a YouTuber now. Woo! Catch you later. See ya.